Hello there, fellow summoners. Mad Dog HT here, and we're going into the event quest for this month, and this is chapter 2.1 with Mr. Fantastic as the final boss. And on this first run, I took one of the far left paths, and I used Corvus and got him to 3 charges. And I was planning on just using Corvus on this guy, and basically I have the Proxima synergy to give me the ability to bypass the evade. A lot of nodes on this. Got Brave and Boulder, which basically if you throw an L2 you get a Fury. Didn't really count on using that much. It's got Insecurity, which when you have a taunt, which is basically going to be put on from Mr. Fantastic's L1, you're going to get power drained, and while they're down, and Dizzy. And so the Dizzy is going to give you like a disorient when he evades. And so I was thinking that I was going to be able to do more damage. I'm not running suicides with Corvus, but I do have 3 charges, and I was thinking that an L2 was going to do a lot more damage, and not so much. And so I threw that L2. He gets the Fury. That's from the Brave and the Boulder. And I was thinking that that was going to give me a Fury, but it doesn't. You do get a lot of willpower on this node, so I mean, if you ever get in a pickle, if you can get him to throw an L1 and not dex it, so you get the stagger debuff on you along with the taunt, and then you likely have one of the specials locked. Just make sure you never throw like 2 special 1s, 2 special 2s, 2 special 3s back to back, because you're going to get that locked in permanent, and then basically that special for the rest of the fight is going to be super weak. And so I'm just trying to do a lot of hits while he was under the stun, and I only got him down, 60 to 63%, so 37% off 1 round of charges. That was a lot less than I was expecting. I mean, if it was boosted, or if you had like cosmic power boosts on, if you had suicides on, it'd be much better. But there wasn't any path that I saw that you could get 4 charges. 3 was the most, and so that's why I picked this one for Corvus, and just kind of trying to go through and get this done. So I'm just trying to do a lot of attacking while he is under the stun, because I don't want him to evade, and I don't want the disorient on me. I'm just trying right now wait for my charge to get back, and then I'm going to smack him with an L2. And just not that much. You get those weaknesses on you, and your specials just don't hit very hard. So now I either need to throw an L1 or an L3, which I go for the L1 because I'm not going to get up to the L3 in time with my charges. And yeah, so I do have Proxima on the team, so I can hit him pretty much freely without him evading, and getting that Dizzy buff, Dizzy node activated. And I'm just thinking, man, if I can get to another L2, I can probably finish him off with this last set of charges. And you're gonna see it doesn't quite do it. I push him to L3, gonna get a power drain, and it just didn't do hardly anything, which is just kind of sad. And so now I'm just gonna try to attack him while I don't have any charges up. I just threw an L1, still wasn't enough. And I mean I'm in assassin's range the whole bit, and just the damage was just not there on those specials. And I'm just again hitting while he is stunned, because he does have that chance to evade with those debuffs on me. And yeah, this took a lot longer than I had thought. Corvus not the best option, but I mean he does work. I mean I ended up with like 100% health killing this guy off, but lots of hits required. Suicides probably just get it done with 1 round of Corvus charges getting, the Glaive charges getting refreshed, but you know, that's just not the fastest way, the quickest way. There's tons of ways to take this guy down. He doesn't really have anything going for him, so long as you don't throw off 2 specials back to back. If you hit while just under the stun. But yeah, we'll show some other examples. And Corvus takes him down, pretty much full health. Nothing too crazy there. And as far as the path, it wasn't too bad to get Corvus ramped up. So here we're going in on my second path, and this is for the 4-star path to get that Cavalier objective done. I used Thor, OG Thor. I have him at 550. He really does great for the path where you need those armor breaks. And yeah, so he pretty much did. I think I had him do like every fight. And I was thinking like who to bring in. I was thinking maybe Wolverine, but the bleeds and stuff, we're gonna give him chances to evade, and so I'm just going with Star-Lord, and I'm not gonna throw any specials. I think I'm just gonna redline it the whole time. I mean, if you do throw some specials, no, I think I do end up throwing a few, but you'll get some willpower healing from his. I can't even think of what they're called, but the debuffs that he puts on you from throwing a special and connecting them, which basically allows you to heal up. So 4 stars for this one, you can use quite a few different people. Another champ that would be really good for this and pretty quick would be AA, Archangel. And yeah, I mean, nothing too crazy about this fight. I'm just gonna let Star-Lord get ramped up. And I'm trying to think, I don't throw a special at all, and I think I just count on his special ones giving me the extra heal and stuff for the chip damage from doing parries and whatnot. But while he's not under the stun, he won't be able to evade because I don't have any debuffs on me except like right now. And if you just kind of wait that out, hit while under the stun, you're all good. Yeah, Star-Lord does really well. Star-Lord is one of my go-tos when it comes to these 4-star challenges because I feel like he just makes things go super fast as long as you can build a combo. I mean, he's very reliable. He's got, he's got power drain. He's got a shock, got a heal block. I know he has a synergy. I can't remember who with that you have more control over which one you're using. But yeah, I'll just let this one play out. But you're going to see him just kind of ramping up, and he's going to take this guy down. I'm pretty certain maybe I don't throw a special. Maybe I throw a special at the very end, but it's just not needed. As long as I keep my combo, the damage is going to be plenty. And yeah, we'll let this go out and we'll see at the end. Towards the end of this fight, and here I got a Fury 145 combo up, and I thought that was going to kill him. It didn't, but one more tap and boom, he's down. Star-Lord gets the solo. Pretty easy, pretty simple, not too risky fight right there. Star-Lord gets it done. And then, let's see, next up, who are we using? Oh, this next fight we're going to use Captain Marvel Movie. She's a rank 2 of mine, somewhat new. She's not awakened. I did build her charges up, so I'm going to be able to come in and get off some special 2 pretty quickly. And then I'm just going to try to do a lot of heavies while under the stun to keep her Furies on. And I thought this would be a lot faster, but man, those special 2 weaknesses that get put on you on that second hit, they just make sure that you really don't do a lot of damage. And you'll see this coming up. So here, oh, and he evaded it. I should have waited till I was under a stun. And yeah, so there I only took off what, 15%, and I'm like, ugh, that wasn't great. But so I'm just gonna try to do a lot of attacks while under the stun, and this is going to keep those Furies up. But I mean, you can see, like, I get a crit there for almost 12,000, but most of them are kind of in that 3,000 range. Get lots of willpower healing. And I'm keeping up those Furies with the heavies. I'm getting those charges, but it's kind of slow because he will definitely evade me while if I hit him with a combo without him being stunned. Excuse me, I got yawns, man. But yeah, so this fight goes on for a lot longer than I was expecting or hoping it to be. And I think I'm pretty much like full health the whole fight because of willpower and him spamming L1s and getting all those debuffs. But towards the very end, I get a little bit sloppy, and the charges end up falling off. I think I just end up killing him. I'm not sure if I get back to binary or not. But I thought, this fight would go significantly faster, and it just did not. So I'm just gonna let this play out. It wasn't the best option, but she does get the solo. I think I do take like a hit like right at the very end. But I'll see you there. Alright, so we're coming towards the end. I throw off an L3 thinking that it would kill him, and it didn't. And I actually looked away and I took that combo and I'm like, oh, I didn't finish. And then we just tap him over. But I so thought that the L3 would kill him, and he ended up with 1%. But yeah, she gets this Captain Marvel movie gets a solo. Definitely not the quickest option, but something I tried. And then next up, we're gonna go in with my man Nick Fury. Nick Fury is a beast. His bleed damage is great. When he is above 5 charges, he cannot be evaded, which is really good to counter Mr. Fantastic, because it's all the buffs on you and him depend on how much he's evading. So at the beginning, I'm gonna do a lot of short stuff while he's under the stun, get an internal bleed on him, and then just do light combo enders, get those big bleeds, throw off a special one. He evades that, and I do get punished. Not a big deal. I still have LMD, and if it goes to LMD, then nothing I have to be too worried about, because I'm gonna get the big fury and it's gonna make the fight go even faster. Throw off big L2 and get him stunned, and we're building up some more bleeds. Yeah, this guy's melted pretty fast. Definitely Nick Fury is probably one of the faster options to take this guy down pretty reliably and safe. I throw off another L1, build up some charges, get hit, no big deal. I'm almost to LMD. I'm trying to think, I think I do let him hit me towards the very end, but he's pretty much dead by then. But yeah, if I would have just let him pound into me and kill off the LMD at the beginning, this fight would have been over already. And here, I think I just let him hit me. Yeah, no, not yet. L2, stunned. Get an internal bleed. Get a big bleed. And another big bleed. I'm thinking it's gonna kill him, and it doesn't. I think I ran into him. I went in too close, too soon. But yeah, we get him solo. Took a few hits, no big deal. Ended up with like full health bar, although LMD was getting decayed at the moment. Yeah. So next up, last option that I use is Mole Man, and Mole Man has that passive True Strike. So not Nick Fury, Mr. Fantastic's not going to be evading. He's got those bleeds. You can go into Frenzy, but then you will lose that True Strike, so then he can start evading on you. So I think for this whole fight, I'm just going to be in non-Frenzy mode. He is going to get some Monster Mass built up because of the specials that put on some debuffs with the L1. And so you could go into Frenzy because of that if you don't kill him fast enough. This is a rank 5 Mole Man. I haven't used him a lot since the buff has come out. He's usually on Alliance War defense, but man, he has some good utility, and that passive True Strike, it does come in handy, and I like using Mole Man. He's got some good bleed damage. I like that his Monster Mass can consume debuffs, so he's got some good utility, and he's shock immune too. So yeah, this guy can totally bypass Mr. Fantastic's evades, which is really, really nice. And if you use specials, you're going to also build up some Monster Mass as well, because the special debuffs that Mr. Fantastic puts on you, those will get consumed. So I think it's up to 10 Monster Mass. That's when you lose your True Strike now. It used to be at 5. So there, now we went into Frenzy. And now I do need to be wary of him evading me. Yep, he does. He does right there. So now I got that Disorient debuff on me. Now I'm just trying to get this guy to throw a special 2. and I'm losing all of this frenzy, which is where Moman has a lot of damage output, and yeah, he just doesn't want to throw the L2 until like the very, very, very end, of course. Yep, and the frenzy's pretty much over, and we're back to building up monster mass, but we do have the true strike, so all of those debuffs get consumed into monster mass, and we're just going. I think we're gonna get put back into frenzy here in just a second. I do not have that true strike though, because I'm over 10 monster mass, and yeah, so you just gotta be careful with those evades. Now we're in frenzy again, and look at those bleeds. So as long as you parry and then hit while under the stun, you can get some good damage off safely. Otherwise, you just gotta be aware of those evades. I'm not sure. I mean, every once in a while, like, you're just trying to like spam some attacks and just inputs get dropped. I backed off and whatever, but we're gonna throw off another L3, and I think this is gonna kill him or come close to killing him. And yeah, that's about it. So Moman's a good option. There's gonna be lots of good options to use for this Mr. Fantastic. Just be aware of that evade, and you'll be fine. Lots of willpower healing, which is nice in case you do slip up. So that's gonna be it. So far, 1.1 through 1.2 hasn't been too difficult. 4-star challenge hasn't been bad either. No items used. Yeah, we'll get into the 2.2 and the rest once the next completion event comes up in a couple days. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you all on the next one. Peace out.